Hello and welcome to another episode of the Bread of Life. Very quickly, I want to speak to you about contending for the harvest in the kingdom. See, the Lord Jesus Christ spoke so much about the righteous harvest of the kingdom reserved for the end of the age. He spoke so much about it in his time on the earth. In Luke chapter 10, from verse 2, while the Lord Jesus was sending his disciples to different cities to minister, he said to them, said, "The harvest truly is great, but the laborers are few." It says, "Therefore pray the Lord of the harvest to send out laborers into his harvest." So it was very, very significant. In several other places, he taught about how that what angels will come at the end of the age and gather the harvest. The harvest is such a significant time, significant thing to happen in the kingdom towards the end of the age, that Jesus spent a lot of time talking about it. But you see, we have a responsibility to do what? To contend as co-laborers with the Lord Jesus, to contend for the harvest of souls, the harvest of the fields of the world into the kingdom of the Lord Jesus Christ. And you see, as people sent, as those who are called to be ministers, there are harvests that can be appointed to you, allocated to you, as you do it, as you commit yourself to contending as a co-laborer with the Lord Jesus Christ, to see that there's a righteous harvest that is brought into the kingdom of the Lord Jesus Christ. Now, every time the Lord Jesus spoke about the harvest, there were three significant things that he always revealed. He always revealed that there's the point of of a righteous desire. Once those who would have a righteous and a pure desire to see and to do the will of the Lord. That is why he said in Luke chapter 10, he says, pray. Okay, pray the Lord of the harvest. It means you're going to have there's going to be an intentional act from you. There's something in your heart desires to see you harvest. So you must have a pure desire to do it, to see that that there's a righteous harvest into the kingdom. So without that righteous desire, you cannot actually pray that the Lord will do what? Will send laborers into the harvest. So the first thing is, there must be a desire in your heart. You must have a righteous hunger. You must look, when you look into the world and you look into the nations and you look into your city, you look into your region, you look into your family, your extended family, you must have a sincere and a burning desire to see that the kingdom gains a righteous harvest from all of these places. And when you have that burning and sincere desire in your heart, then you are stirred up to pray that God will send laborers into the harvest. So there are three key things there. You're going to have to pray. The second thing is, there must now be God will have to raise up laborers. Okay? Then the third thing is that God will have to send these laborers into the harvest. Now, the harvest is the places of jurisdiction. Now, sending laborers means that God must have raised up people who have been trained to know how to do it. Go and do the work of the labor. Go and labor. So these laborers must be trained. So it begins with people desiring to see that harvest. Then Then we pray for laborers. Then the Spirit of God begins to move to raise up laborers, and then He begins to send them into particular jurisdictions. Okay, for them to labor and gain a harvest. It's extremely important. So He said He says, pray. The harvest truly is great, but the laborers are few. So it's your responsibility. Then He says, therefore pray the Lord of the harvest to send out laborers into His harvest. So within that simple verse are three significant things that actually takes place. A people must have a desire. Their desire must lead them to pray. Now, as they pray, the Spirit of God begins to do a move to raise up laborers. And as He begins to move to raise up laborers for the harvest, the thing is that when there are laborers raised up, then the kingdom can now send them into the harvest. So you must begin to stir up in your heart that desire, so that God can use your desire, okay, and receive your prayers, so that He can begin to move to raise up laborers that will be sent into the harvest for all the things that the Lord Jesus Christ wants to do. So this is a responsibility to us, to you, that you must pray. Okay, the Lord of the harvest do it, to send laborers into His harvest. So this is the Bread of Life to you. There are many other teachings in the Bread of Life series that will bless your heart. I encourage you to subscribe to the YouTube channel Ministries of Abel Praise for more of these uplifting teachings that will bless your heart. It's always a great honor to bring you the Bread of Life.